नमस्कार दोस्तों, स्वागत है आपका 100% इंग्लिश के यूट्यूब चैनल पर। दोस्तों, आज की इस वीडियो में हम एक ऐसे पीस ऑफ लिटरेचर को टैकल कर रहे हैं जो रॉ है, पावरफुल है और बिल्कुल अनकॉम्प्रोमाइजिंग है। आपने व्हाइट पेपर ये टर्म गवर्नमेंट रिपोर्ट्स या ऑफिशियल डॉक्यूमेंट्स के संदर्भ में सुना होगा, बट टुडे वी आर डिस्कसिंग अ फायरी पोयम विद द सेम टाइटल व्हाइट पेपर बाय शरण कुमार लिम्बाले। So before we jump into the text, who is Sharan Kumar? Sharan Kumar is a prominent Marathi writer, poet, and literary critic. Born in 1956, he is one of the most important voices in Dalit literature. उनकी ऑटोबायोग्राफी द आउटकास्ट एक क्रिटिकली एक्लेम्ड वर्क है जो कास्ट डिस्क्रिमिनेशन के साथ उनके पर्सनल एक्सपीरियंस को डिटेल करती है। ये पोयम कब लिखी गई? व्हाइट पेपर वॉज ओरिजिनली रिटन इन मराठी and appear in a landmark 1992 anthology called Poisoned Bread, translations from Marathi Dalit literature. This poem wasn't written in a vacuum. ये पोयम सीधे दलित पैंथर मूवमेंट की एनर्जी से निकलती है। ये मूवमेंट 1970s में महाराष्ट्र में शुरू हुआ था और ये अमेरिका के ब्लैक पैंथर मूवमेंट से डीपली इंस्पायर्ड था। दिस मूवमेंट was not about polite request. It was about defiant, angry, and revolutionary assertion of rights. And that's the exact energy you will find in this poem. The title itself is a work of genius. इसके दो मतलब है। The blank page. First, a white paper एक blank page जो lack of opportunities recognition और दलित voices और history को mainstream society से पूरी तरह से मिटाने को symbolize करता है। सेकंड द अथॉरिटेटिव रिपोर्ट। सेकंड अ व्हाइट पेपर एक अथॉरिटेटिव रिपोर्ट या ऑफिशियल डिक्लेरेशन भी हो सकता है। So Limbale brilliantly takes this very symbol for erasure, the blank page, and turns it into his own authoritative report, a document that indicates the system and declares in no uncertain terms to demand of his people. तो चलिए अब पोएम को लाइन बाय लाइन देखते हैं। I do not ask for the sun and moon from your sky, your farm, your land, your high houses or mansion. The speaker begins by clarifying what he is not asking for. He is not demanding the impossible sun, moon, or material wealth and property of dominant class, your land, your mansions. वो कह रहा है कि उसकी डिमांड ग्रीड या एनवी पर बेस्ड नहीं है। I do not ask for gods or ritual, caste or sects, or even for your mother, sister, daughters. ये लाइन बहुत important है। He further clarifies that he is not asking to be assimilated into the oppressor's social or religious structure. He rejects the idea of God or rituals and the entire caste system. The last line is powerful rejection of common pretext of caste-based violence. I ask for my rights as a man. This is the poem's core, bold assertion. सब कुछ reject करने के बाद the demand is simple, fundamental and universal. The basic human rights and the deepest yearning for the status of being a human being. Each breath from my lungs sets off a violent trembling in your text and traditions, your hells and heavens fearing pollution. अब देखिए consequences. The speaker's very existence and awakened consciousness, each breath is now a direct threat to the oppressor's entire worldview. उनके sacred text और traditions अब pollution के डर से कांप रहे हैं। Your arms leapt together to bring to ruin our dwelling places. You'll beat me, break me, loot and burn my habitation. This section describes the violent physical response from the dominant caste. When the oppressed demand rights, the establishment unities arms leap together to destroy their communities, dwelling places, habitation and their bodies. Beat me, break me. ये literally caste atrocities का description है. But my friends, how will you tear my own words? Planted like a sun in the east. ये पोयम का टर्निंग पॉइंट है. He addresses the oppressor, my friends, like with irony, to state that while they can destroy physical property and bodies, they cannot destroy an idea. His words, this poem, the demand of rights, the awakened consciousness, and permanent and life giving like the sun in the east, that signals an inevitable new beginning. My rights, contagious cards riots, festering city by city, village by village, man by man. He ironically adapts the oppressor's language. The establishment sees the demand for rights as a dangerous disease, contagious, festering, or chaotic riots. The speaker embraces this, stating that this demand for rights is unstoppable force और ये हर जगह फैल जाएगी from person to person, from man to man. For that's very my rights are sealed of outcast and roadblock exile. Here the speaker defines his right by this current status, they are non-existent, just as he is. तो मतलब उसकी तरीके से उसके राइट्स भी बिल्कुल एग्जिस्ट कर ही नहीं रहे हैं. द राइट्स हैव बीन सील्ड ऑफ, exiled from him, उससे ले लिए गए हैं, वनवास में. I want my rights, give me my rights. Will you deny this incendiary state of things? The tone shifts to an urgent, repeated demand. The speaker identifies the situation of indecision, meaning volatile, explosive, and ready to catch fire. It's both a caution and a warning. I'll approve the scriptures like railway tracks burned like a city bus, your lawless laws. This is a direct threat to revolutionary action if rights are not given. The speaker votes to approve the scriptures, the religious text used to justify oppression, वो उसमें आग लगा देगा. क्या जबरदस्त ऑक्सीमोरोन है. Suggesting the state's laws that enforce caste discrimination are themselves illegitimate and unjust. My friends, my rights are rising like the sun. Will you deny this sunrise? The poem ends with a statement of inevitable victory. The sun, his rights, his words, is no longer just planted. It is actively rising. He frames liberation not as a request but as an unstoppable natural event. The final question is rhetorical. आप सनराइज को डिनाई कर सकते हैं पर लेकिन वो आएगा जरूर. Now the university students, it's crucial to connect this poem with Limbale's larger critical work. याद रखिए Limbale is a major critic. He wrote a foundational text called Towards an Aesthetics of Dalit Literature. In this book, he argues that you cannot judge Dalit literature by the old upper caste यानी कि स्वर्ण standards of beauty और aesthetic pleasure, क्योंकि दलित लिटरेचर का पर्पस सोशल ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन है, एस्थेटिक प्लेजर नहीं. व्हाइट पेपर इज द परफेक्ट एग्जाम्पल ऑफ दिस थ्योरी. ये पोयम सुंदर या पोलाइट होने की कोशिश नहीं कर रही है. इट इज एज वन क्रिटिक सेज अ सोशल डॉक्यूमेंट. इट इज मेंट टू शॉक, टू मेक यू ponder, to show you the incendiary state of things. Limbale argues that the new rasa or aesthetic emotion of Dalit literature is rejection and revolt. White paper is the pure fiery voice that exact rejection and revolt. So white paper is not just a poem, it's a political declaration, a historical document, एक गवाही की तरह. It's a sunrise, as Limbales correctly predicted, and can no longer be denied in the present world. What do you think about the poem's powerful imagery? क्या आपके टेक्स्ट एंड ट्रेडिशंस में इससे ट्रेमलिंग हुई या नहीं? नीचे कमेंट्स में ज़रूर बताएं. और अगर आपको ये वीडियो इंसाइटफुल और अच्छा लगा हो तो इसको लाइक और शेयर ज़रूर करें और 100% इंग्लिश चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर लें और ऐसे इंसाइटफुल वीडियोस के लिए. मिलते हैं फिर अपने नेक्स्ट वीडियो में. तब तक के लिए हैप्पी स्टडिंग एंड बेस्ट ऑफ लक फॉर योर अपकमिंग एग्जामिनेशंस.